periodical
Right.
updates on the status of the startup. What are the updates in terms of the product? How has it moved in terms of market, in
Correct.
terms of action? So we will try to ensure that these kind of updates do come from the startup's end to the investors who have invested in the startup. So that's why we are here to ensure
And we
that.
would definitely, yeah,
But
and we would definitely be
the
informing.
responsibility,
Hmm.
as is saying, will lie on the startup.
And we would definitely be informing if there's any exit happening or any, fresh investment or evaluation uptake, what we are hearing
Yes.
from the founders from reliable sources. So that much broadcasting and information will share. Yes, sir, please. Sorry, I'm interrupting a lot, Andrew, sir. I don't mean to. I'm sorry. Please continue.
No, so we'll meet you after the session. There is okay. So there are some 90s pending for you now.
Sure, sir, sure.
Okay. So will there be a place where we can see the startups in play as of now? Most like a sales pitch. As we said, like we'll publish like when we are going to have a demo, startup demos. You'll get an update about that. And then after that pitch, there will be a drive where you can refer to those pitches as well. Do we create some sort of database for folks? Just as sir mentioned that like yes, we are trying to create a panel of expert who is going to help the startups in different phases. That is also one of the motive for creating this platform, because it's not, as I said, like this is not only about wealth creation. It's also about developing the whole community, how we can help each other with our expertise in that. It's not a pure play wealth platform. I'm saying it again and again. It's about more than that. Uh, a need for healthy discussion or debate should be there among the selected invited people before making decision with short-term and long-term perspective to make it a brand. Yes, we'll have regular meetings, sessions like this, where we can discuss about how we can, because as I said, like it's like collective expertise which we are looking for. Like we have so many seniors and juniors at different expertise level. We'll get the collective expertise and then help the platform go further. How as an individual I can learn and contribute? We already mentioned that as an expert also you can help. That maybe some commercial angle as well. Maybe some of the startups can take you as an advisor equity as well. We also help them some startups and we get advisor equity. That's also a path with the startups. And Shifalka, maybe you can take up the questions from the chat now.
Sure.
Yeah, or we can take live questions as well.
Yes, sure. So we can open the floor to questions, and meanwhile, I'll just open the chat.
So can I ask few things?
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
sure,
Please.
sure, sure.
Hi. One. Let me compliment you guys. I think it's a great idea because the way Shifalika said, we had multiple colleges in Pantnagar, and this is the age of doing interdisciplinary work. This morning only I was going through some Stanford professors. They have opened a college school there called HAI. So they are saying AI is no more a computer science, but it has so many applications across departments, philosophy, biology, chemistry. So they are saying it is an interdisciplinary course. Okay, so I think it's a great idea. Now, just quick points. I think most of the questions were around how the fund will be, how will you showcase the investing companies, how will you show the progress. So, have you guys looked at this venture catalyst? VCAT,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
a very active angel fund,
Yes.
and they are trying to structure their way of working. But I think it's a nice way that the way that they are doing it. So you can look at that. I think it's a good fund. And all like in VCAT, because I do some things with them. So in VCATs, the main partners are full time doing all that, and they become a really large team. Okay. So in this case, so all 5 of you are doing full-time this, or you have some other engagements also?
So for now,
So
we have other engagements also, but
I
as I
see.
said, because as we
mm,
as the idea grows bigger and bigger, we are ready to take it full time, sir.
I see.
And
Okay.
I'll add one thing here. So this is right now more like a alumni angel fund, and the
Ah,
idea is to bring the funding also and expertise also from the alumni group, as in the beginning, Anuruddha said, no? So in most of the colleges, like in IIMs, in ISBs, in IITs, so we see these kind of platform where alumni do this, and initially, of course, the amount is very, very small. In fact, I will share the example of ISB, because I have seen that group maturing over last now 4 years. So it started with a small team of people, those who were into startup space and somewhere with the VC space, and taking a small contribution. And the main idea was to support the startup promoted by alumni. So here also, that is the one big idea, that to support the startup alumni of the Pantnagar. And as we progress, then we will see how it grows up. So right now, the main idea is to support the alumni network and also to leverage the alumni network, because all our alumni, we have now 16,
I
actually
think we
many
got.
of the new generation institute, no? Am I there? Yeah.
yeah.
So I think this is the main idea here. So going to a route of venture catalyst, or there are various fund, Indian Angel Fund and this IPV, Mumbai Angel. So there are many actually in India. So a full-fledged fund, AIF, etc. Time only will tell. But right now the idea is to support the alumni network, both side.
I see. And
Thank
how
you.
do you propose to, or how do you think? Because see, what I've seen, getting a startup to finding the startup who wants money is also not easy, right? Getting those leads is not easy because many guys are behind them. No?
mm,
Ye-
So,
Yeah,
any
yes, sir.
thoughts on that?
Yeah, you are rightly saying that. So that's why initially the idea is we will be associating with some of the other bigger platforms or funds, say venture capitalist in this case. So VC is venture capitalist here. So VC is or you call it wet cat. They are participating, say, in a deal, and the startup is looking for 5 crore. So normally, how does it happen? The lead investor says, I will invest 2 crore or 3 crore, and then somebody joins with 50 lakhs, somebody joins with 1 crore, and that is how a deal is closed. So we'll participating with all these other network, and that is what Amitesh also mentioned, that we are in connect with other network to bring the right quality of the deals.
So
And
it
the
may
other
not
And
thing
sir,
is
it will not
the other
necessarily be Pantnagar one. It could be anything.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So, right, what we have thought is that when we are facilitating a deal, either the startup founder should be from Pantnagar, or the person who is investing, is has his capital at stake is from Pantnagar. So,
I see. Okay.
either of the parties is from Pantnagar, then we will try to facilitate in between. And that's why we are not closing on good opportunities which are not from Pantnagar, because from Pantnagar, sadly, but there are very few startups which are emanating from Pantnagar and who are from Pantnagar founders. So that's why we don't want to restrict ourselves to only Pantnagar founders. And at the same time, for Pantnagar founders who are from Pantnagar, we don't want to restrict the flow of capital from other sources of capital.
And sir, we already
Good idea.
have like two good startups from Pantnagar. We have already have due diligence with them. In coming weeks, we are going to open them for the investor community, and they are at very good stage, and they have already raised money and then given the return as well. So we already had their page and done our due diligence with them. So that side is also we are working upon from our side.
एक और सर हम
Great.
लोग क्वालिटी ऑफ डील्स मेंटेन करने के लिए हम लोग ये सोच रहे थे दैट जब जो इनिशियल कोहॉर्ट्स है ना, जो इंक्यूबेटर्स एंड एक्सेलरेटर्स की, because उसमें already एक बार एक screening criteria और filter लगा होता है. So whichever are very good accelerators and incubator cohorts, उनको भी हम अपने consideration set में रखेंगे, and उसमें से भी we will get more deals for the pipeline.
And one more thing I want to add, like 2 weeks back, I and Amitesh went to a university. We were invited for a entrepreneur development cell meet there. So we met in higher Dean AG and then other deans as well. So we got very good response from there, because there are so many technologies which are lying within the university. They want to commercialize and they want to give opportunity to that. So we are very excited about that communication which we had with the university, and we really felt good about that after talking to them.
And
I have
just
one more suggestion
just one
regarding
thing.
this.
So,
If
so
you
just
will,
one thing.
please.
So just sorry to interrupt, but we have Rishabh here. Rishabh, hi. We met at. He's one of our juniors, and he's also
Sir,
one.
hi
Hey,
everyone.
so
Yeah.
he's also very active in startup investing. So we met him at the
अनिल
entrepreneurs
सर एक और 90
forum.
मिनट कर दो.
so Rishabh also is, I mean, like, he's also very excited with the idea, and from since then we are kind of exchanging so many notes. So we look forward to such. We had not gone to Pantnagar if we had not started this, and we have not met people like Rishabh and some of the startups. You see, we saw some very nice startups there as well. So very important to have such exchanges via this forum also, and look forward to such collaborations and support
Absolutely, sir.
also. Yeah.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you. Actually, this whole idea when this came up, Pantnagar Capital, just a week ago, I was talking to one of our other juniors who is, I think, also talking to you guys for his health tech startup, and we were thinking about starting something like this, because we have got a lot of things from our university, and we were thinking about how to give it back. And being in the startup ecosystem for 10 years now, almost 10 years, and being a part of over 100 companies in their growth journeys as an investor, I think I've learned a few things, not as much as Amitesh sir or Anuradh sir, but yeah, some few things, and I wanted to give it back through the university. But then suddenly this idea came up from the group, and I was like, something is happening. The universe is listening, and I think it's time to get back to the alma mater and start contributing. So the idea is great. The initiative is amazing, and anything that other than as just a volunteer anything that I can do for the group, I'll be very happy. Sharing the deal flow is definitely a part of that. I do get a lot of deals from my personal network, and I'll be happy to share it. Other than that, anything, sir, being your junior, please feel free to throw work. I'll be happy to do that. With
Thank
all
you
due
so much.
respect.
Thank you so much. And Rahul sir, I
Thanks,
interrupted you
Sriraam.
again,
Can
please.
no issues. So I like to also inform you that it's not that we don't have too many of founders and entrepreneurs from our university. One I know for sure, Vivek Verma. He has a company SEDL. So he's a good friend of mine, and I've seen him that he had grown the turnover to 200 crores. And his specialization initially was in helping industries with new innovations, constantly on work. And he used to export fully automated sugar plants abroad. That one of the most respected, and then for some time there was some financial turbulence, because this sugar industry that he was catering to initially, that got into a slump and his payments got stuck and all that. But I mean to say that you can also list down that he could be there as a mentor in that related segments. And another thing I wanted to emphasize is that we have always seen that there's a gap in the research that is going on in universities, as well as what is needed in the industry. So we could be the provider of this kind of help to see that universities, those who are looking for research areas, we try to bring up what is the concern or the challenges being faced by those entrepreneurs and in the industry. So to have them something that might convert into some good commercial success and relatable to the industry. Thank you so much.
Right, sir. Rahul sir, like they said, like we are about to sign an MOU with Pantnagar University, and also we get invite from other agricultural universities, because many of the VCs are also ex-Pantnagarians. So